On our wedding night, the night that was supposed to be the happiest, most magical beginning of my new life, my husband handed me a key to the guest bedroom and said, "Mom says the master bedroom is hers." I swear my heart stopped. I just stared at him, still in my wedding dress, still smelling like flowers and sweat and nervous tears from the ceremony, wondering if I had heard him wrong. Who in their right mind hands their new wife a guest room key on the night they're supposed to consummate their marriage? And not even because of a fight between us, but because his mother said so? I need you to tell me, was I wrong for what I did afterward? Because sometimes I think maybe I overreacted, but then I remember that moment, and the humiliation in my chest says no, I didn't, but you tell me. Seriously, tell me if you would have done the same thing or something even worse. The story didn't start on our wedding night, obviously. If it had, I think I would have run right there. Looking back, the red flags were everywhere, like blinding neon signs. But when you're in love, you convince yourself they're just warm, cozy lights in the distance. My husband, Daniel, was the sweet, shy, soft-spoken type. The kind of guy who opened doors, checked the air in my tires, and brought me soup when I was sick. And then there was his mother, Linda, loud, overbearing, dramatic, and absolutely convinced that since she gave birth to him, she held lifetime ownership over him. She wasn't evil exactly, just the type who believed she knew best about everything. And Daniel, well, he believed that too. I met Linda 3 months into dating Daniel, and her first words to me were, "Oh, you're shorter than I expected." No hello, no smile. Just a disappointed inspection, like I was a product she didn't remember ordering. She asked me my job, my religion, my family background, how much I made, whether I cooked or just ordered out like these modern girls. And every question felt less like curiosity and more like an evaluation. I should have known then. I should have run then. But Daniel grabbed my hand afterward, kissed it and said, "She's a lot, but she'll warm up to you. She's just protective." Protective. Funny word for controlling. When we got engaged, Linda reacted like Daniel had informed her he'd decided to move to another country and never speak to her again. She cried, loud, dramatic sobbing. She guilt-tripped. She asked him if he was sure he wasn't rushing. She asked me if I was sure I could handle being in this family when we announced the wedding date. She tried to move it because it interfered with her annual spa retreat. Daniel didn't push back. Instead, he asked me if maybe we could consider her suggestion. That night I went home and cried, wondering if this was what the rest of my life would be like, me asking for permission from someone I wasn't even marrying. Fast forward to the wedding week, Linda insisted on being part of everything. And by part, I mean in full control. She criticized the decor, complained that the catering didn't include her favorite dishes, and even tried to change the seating chart so she could sit next to Daniel at the head table. I stopped that one firmly. She pouted. Daniel told me not to stress over little things. Little things. I wish I could go back in time and shake myself. The wedding day itself was beautiful. It truly was. I won't pretend it wasn't. I felt like a princess. The guests were emotional and excited, and Daniel looked at me with this soft, almost overwhelmed expression that made me believe everything would be okay. Linda wore white. Yes, white. I tried not to let it ruin my day, but people whispered about it nonstop. I ignored it. I told myself it's fine. It's fine, it's one day. I'm not fighting this today. Then came the night. We arrived at Daniel's house, our house now, because he had insisted we move in there since it was practical. Linda lived in the upstairs bedroom across the hall because it made her feel safe. I never liked it. I wanted us to get our own place, but Daniel kept insisting. It's temporary. Temporary was starting to feel permanent. We walked into the hallway, still glowing from the evening, and Daniel gave me this awkward smile. He held something behind his back. I thought maybe it was a cute surprise, a small gift, a wedding night promise, something intimate. Then he pulled out a single brass key. "For you," he said. "What's this?" I laughed. "The guest room," he said softly, like he knew how ridiculous it sounded, but had no intention of standing up against it. "Why would I sleep in the guest room?" His eyes flicked toward his mother's door. "Mom says the master bedroom is hers. She needs it for her back." I swear it felt like every ounce of blood drained from my body. "Daniel, are you seriously telling me that your mother is sleeping in our bedroom on our wedding night?" He didn't look at me. "Just for a while, until she gets used to the change." "What change?" I asked, my voice cracking. The change of you being married? I wasn't even yelling. I was just stunned, shocked to my bones. He tried to take my hand, but I pulled away. Something inside me snapped. Not in an explosive way, but in a quiet, chilling, crystallizing way, like reality finally sank in. He said, "Babe, please don't make this a big deal." Not a big deal. Those words echoed in my skull like a siren. Before I tell you what I did next, I need you to put yourself in my shoes. Imagine standing there in your wedding dress, the man you just dedicated your life to handing you a guest room key because his mother claimed the master bedroom. So that's the situation I was in, and I had to make a choice. Before I continue, I want you to pause and comment below. What would you have done? Seriously, would you stay? Would you sleep in that guest room? Would you confront the mom? Would you walk out? Because in that moment, every option felt like a punch. So here's what I did. I took the key slowly. Daniel's shoulders relaxed, thinking I'd accepted it. I walked past him down the hall. He followed behind me, probably relieved. I stopped at the guest room door, turned the knob, opened it, and then calmly placed the key on the dresser. Daniel looked confused, like he didn't understand. I walked back toward him, brushing past him, toward the staircase. He grabbed my wrist gently. "Where are you going?" "Home," I said. "This is home." "No," I whispered. "This is your mother's home." "Not mine." He tried to argue, but I kept walking. Linda's door opened, and she peeked out with this smug, satisfied expression like she had won. That expression pushed me over the edge. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. I simply said, "Congratulations. You have your son back. Fully. Because you just lost a daughter-in-law." And I left. My phone buzzed nonstop that night. Daniel calling, texting, apologizing in half-baked ways. "You overreacted. Mom didn't mean harm. We can talk about this. Don't leave like this." I didn't respond. I spent the night at my sister's house, cried until my face hurt, and woke up with the kind of headache that feels like punishment. The next morning, I drove to my parents' place and told them everything. My father said quietly, "If this happened on the wedding night, imagine the rest of your marriage." My mother hugged me and said, "You didn't marry a husband. You married a family dictatorship." For 2 days, I didn't speak to Daniel. On day 3, he showed up at my parents' door looking wrecked, eyes bloodshot, hair a mess. He apologized, truly apologized. He said he was ashamed. He said he realized he failed me. He said he told his mother she had crossed a line and that she needed to move out. He said he was willing to buy a home with me, far away if I would just come back. Then he said something that made my heart sting. "I didn't know how bad it was until you left." Sometimes people don't wake up until you walk out the door. I told him I needed time. I needed to see if he could actually put up boundaries or if this was another temporary burst of spine that would disappear once Linda started crying again. I needed proof. Over the next week, he went no contact with her unless necessary. He packed her things and moved her into a nearby apartment. She screamed, cried, accused me of stealing her baby, but Daniel didn't budge. The first time I saw him stand up to her with my own eyes, something shifted inside me. It was like meeting the version of him I always wished existed. Eventually, after a lot of long conversations, painful honesty, and couples therapy, I agreed to give the marriage a real start. Our real start. But I never went back to that house. We bought our own place, a small but beautiful 2-bedroom, with soft light and no shadows of Linda lurking in the corners. As for Linda, she still tries to meddle, but now Daniel shuts it down before I even hear about it. Do I forgive what happened? Yes. Do I forget? No, never. That night lives in my mind as a reminder. Love without boundaries is just weakness in disguise. If you ask me now whether I regret walking out that night, absolutely not. It saved our marriage. It saved me, and it forced Daniel to become his own man, not his mother's extension. So that's my story, and now I want to hear from you. Was I wrong for leaving on my wedding night? Should I have tried harder? Or did I do exactly what anyone with self-respect would have done? Like this video if you were on my side. Subscribe for more real stories like this, and share your final thoughts in the comments. I'll see you all in the next story.